Hello everyone, this is Toby with Birdsong Studios. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Taurus for Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. I'm hearing for the upcoming full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which happens on May 5th. So this is going to be the final in the series of Scorpio eclipses for this go-round at least. Guessing, let's see, they're about a year and a half long, so yeah, it's going to be many years until another one happens. So looking back at this series, as again, we are also in Mercury Retrograde, we are being encouraged to reflect, review, recalibrate, revisit, reevaluate. So as you're in that process, look back to May the 15th and 16th of 2022, and then October 25th of 2022, as those mark the prior solar eclipses. So this one on May the 5th is an integration, and I feel like the potential for this final rising of the lessons and the wisdom and the mastery that's been gained through this time frame. What's been revealed for you, Taurus? So thank you all so much for being here. I greatly appreciate your presence here on the channel, your time, your attention, and your openness to these messages. We will start with the Life Soul Vision Oracle by Romy Weiser with the general themes for this time frame. The collective heart. Oh, that's beautiful for you, Taurus. Well, I definitely, obviously there's a great sense of water here and openness, and I feel as if you're reaching this point where you can see clearly. You know, when you're in a forest, along a body of water, you may be hiking or trekking along, and you can sense, you can hear the water on the other side of the trees and the bushes, but you may not be able to see it until you get to a clearing. And so I get this sense of there's this opening up now. Things, and Scorpio very much is about a release, a letting go, and then an opening up that provides some clarity, a rising, as symbolized by the phoenix that's associated with the sign of Scorpio. So I'm getting for you, Taurus, definitely there's this opening up. There's not only in your vision, your clarity around this time frame. Things that have been hidden will be revealed, but what's being revealed is your connection to the collective heart, how you connect to humanity, to others around you, to your relationships, to your environments from a heart space. And I feel like that's gone through a transformation process over the last year, Taurus. And it's becoming clear to you. You're able to see it now. You're able to see the shift in yourself, but you're able to see the results of that as well. You're able to see how the shift, and this kind of came up with Aries as well. When you've made these shifts within yourself, then you will see it reflected back to you in how, in the interactions you have with others, with the world. But I also get this sense of it's almost a sense of responsibility here. It's almost as if you sense your ability to, we all, of course, when we heal ourselves, we help to heal the collective, right? And when we heal ourselves, we help to heal those around us. And that then amplifies out, it ripples out into the collective, to the collective heart, to the collective soul. And I get the sense that you are able to see that impact now. There's this sense of vision, of sight now, of clarity, of how you've reached this point where now you can see the impact of all the work you've done. Not only for yourself, but for others around you. That's really beautiful, Taurus. Okay, so we're going to go to the tarot. This is the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. And we're going to look at the light and shadow aspects and the divine masculine and divine feminine aspects around this eclipse for you, Taurus. So what is coming through around this eclipse for the light aspects, please, Spirit, for the sign of Taurus? And if I didn't say, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. I think I said that. Maybe not, though. Okay, so Spirit, please. Does Taurus need to know around light aspects for this full moon in Scorpio? The Hermit. Oh my gosh. This is what Aries had too. I swear I've shuffled these cards so many times and saved them. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay, so we're going to do 2 cards for each. What else for the light aspects for Taurus, please? 10 of Swords. Yeah, it's this, I'm getting a different message with the Hermit than I did with Aries. So it's moving away from what has harmed you in the past. And it's been but this is internal. These 10 of Swords, this is in the mind space. This is how you think about things. And this goes back to what I mentioned with the collective heart card. How when we change ourselves, what we experience on the outside changes. How we perceive people and situations changes. And then because of that, the interactions we have with people change. We allow a space for the other person or I'm feeling this very strongly in regards to relationships for you, Taurus. Not just love relationships, but all relationships. So how you interact with people has changed, and therefore how people interact with you has changed. And this is what you're able to see now. But it has been this long process of inner reflection. I'm sorry, my cat's trying to leave the room. This process of inner reflection and contemplation and really digging down deep in the it's interesting that this is coming up in the light. Okay, let's look at what we have in the shadow. Because this process you're already aware of. You're aware of this deep reflection that you've done. You're aware of this soul searching almost, this exploration of what was within you, that what wounding, where in the past you have stepped and you've been bitten, and that's caused or has compounded these thought patterns and behaviors that have led to this just humongous weight and suffering as a result of it. I mean, being stabbed in the back, but I feel like it's almost self-inflicted in this case. There's both aspects to it. Okay, so in the shadow, we have strength. Wow. All right, what else do we have in the shadow, please, Spirit, for Taurus? I almost feel like it's it feels like self-restriction. It's almost as if you weren't I'm really drawn to how the figures, the energies in the Three of Cups are masked. And I almost get this sense of you being chained to something, but it's almost as if the strength and the figure in the strength, the woman here who has the lion on a chain, those are aspects of yourself. You are the lion, but you are also the one who's had yourself chained. And this is what's coming to light, that it's been, and see how the Three of Cups, even though they're dancing joyfully, they're celebrating, see how they're masked? Like, even though you have had these wonderful uplifting relationships, it's almost as if they haven't been allowed to really amplify to the degree possible because you have not shown the fullness of yourself. Because you felt like you had to be strong on some level, you have not shown the fullness of, I get this sense of stoicism, as if you felt like in order to be the strong one, you had to be very stoic and you had to hold back and not express your emotions, because by expressing your emotions, you would, I get this sense of almost like this parent-child type relationship where certainly that's not a good example. So if just feeling like you need to be strong all the time, and that's going to be most supportive of the people around you, and that's going to then create this foundation of a beautiful relationship with the people around you. But in fact, what's needed is for you to show the fullness of yourself, and that's what's coming through here, and this is what was the burden for you. That there were aspects of you that have been masked, have been hidden. And you're seeing now that how that has come back to bite you in ways, because not only is there a sense of, and it's not intentional deceit, but it's not being true to yourself. And when you're not being true to yourself, you're not being true. You're not in your highest truth with people that you're in the closest relationships with. And so there is a sense of deception because you've hid parts of yourself, so they have not been able to see you for who you are. And this is where this weightiness, this burden comes from. Because you've known that they're a part, you've had to keep it hidden, and it creates this sense of heaviness. This is the responsibility I was talking about to begin with. This feeling as if, because you are in this almost this caretaker role for people around you, but not recognizing that requires you to deny yourself the fullness of yourself, deny yourself the vulnerability to speak and express yourself fully as who you are. this is a massive transformation that's coming for you. But this, again, you've been on this path. The Hermit he's been on this long and winding path, and this speaks back to May 15th, 16th of last year. Now we're at this point of resolution, of integration. So let's see what comes through with the divine feminine energies, because I do get this sense of needing to express it. And I find it so interesting that in the shadow we have so much light, and in the light we have so much darkness. It's almost as if you have not, but you have clarity now. You're getting this clarity. You've kept yourself in this place of shadow. You've kept your light in the shadow. Taurus. Shine your light, Taurus. People are... It's almost as if they're wanting you to take off... They want you to take off this mask. They want you to be able to celebrate with the fullness of who you are. To live life ecstatically is what I'm hearing. So in the yin and divine feminine energies, we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, Source, the universe, God is reaching out to you with this cup and saying, stop hiding underneath this tree. Show yourself. Don't... Okay, let's see. Let's get another one. I feel as if this is what you're receiving is... It's almost as if you've been gathering these cups. It's not the traditional meaning of the Four of Cups, but it's almost as if you've been gathering these cups because they hold pieces of wisdom that's putting this full picture together for you. Yeah, because the Nine of Wands, because you've stayed persistent through this journey. It has been a battle. You have the scars to prove it. But some of those scars, it's almost as if you've stepped onto the battleground multiple times unnecessarily. I get this sense of responsibility again, Taurus. It's as if you've put yourself in places, whether energetically or physically, where you're, I get this sense of taking up other people's battles, not allowing, or stepping into, it comes from a sense of wanting to protect the another. However, we also have to know when to step back and let others fight their own battles. And it's almost as if because you're in this mode of protecting others so much that you're not allowing yourself to ever take off the armor and be who you are fully. And this is this final piece. Because if you're always the warrior and the protector, you're not open to receiving protection from another. There has to be in balance, right? Especially in relationships with, whether it be with friends, family, lovers, any sort of relationship. Even in a business relationship. I mean, if we're always the one who's jumping into the fray, I get this sense of needing to, right? This is needing to be methodical, needing to put this Nine of Wands energy, this warrior energy, this wounded warrior energy into a state of receptivity instead of action. We actually need to go into this state of repose and reflection of the Four of Cups, not as one of regret or feeling left out, but of having a moment, taking a pause, and allowing others to offer to us. If we're always moving forward, we're not going to ever be able to receive. There has to be moments where we open ourselves up to receive, and it needs to be in balance. And this feels very out of balance, but you're getting there, Taurus. You're getting there. And now I'm feeling a sense of anxiety. See, there's the balance in the Two of Cups. The balancing of relationships, the balancing within you and your higher self. But I'm getting this does have more to do with external relationships in your life, Taurus. So with this divine masculine energy, this is where the action is taken. The action is in this emotional connection, this opening up of souls, this actually seeing the other and more importantly, allowing yourself to be seen. There are no masks here. They are looking directly at each other. And I feel they're in this very bare and vulnerable form, but this is the action that's needed for you, Taurus, during this time. There's a sense of truth and clarity here. And again, look at the water as echoed in the collective heart. And although this has been a difficult journey, I feel like I get this sense of divine timing as well with the stars here. It's been written in the stars, so to speak, but you've been on this path not without reason. The timing of this is perfect. It is unfolded just the way it is meant to. And the King of Pentacles, well, there you are. Taurus, you're in this very grounded energy. But the King of Pentacles, I was going to say the King of Passion. The King of Pentacles is very compassionate, and he does not avoid the tough decisions, but he approaches them from a state of balance, of centeredness, of connectedness to the earth, to himself, to the wisdom that he holds within. And his decisions are made from a place of encouraging growth and abundance and stability. This creation of foundations that are lasting, solid, rooted, and fruitful. So applying this energy while being vulnerable, but recognizing that this King of Pentacles, those energies reside within this place as well. The King of Pentacles does not, he has this sense of great responsibility, but he does it from a grounded place. Combining this with the vulnerability, the openness, this is where the action is, and this is what provides balance for and relief from this Ten of Swords that you've been experiencing. Allows for this unmasking. and helps stabilize you too in this process, because that unmasking and feeling naked and vulnerable and open to another can be very, that's the anxiety I was feeling. It can be very scary. It brings up fears of potentially being rejected, or I'm hearing laughed at or judged. But I get this sense that whoever is your counterpart in this process, they already see you. They want to see you fully. They're totally supportive of you in this process. So there is a counterpart there. It may be your higher self that is wanting you to reveal the fullness of who you are. But this is what's coming through with this Scorpio full moon. This is a beautiful rebirth and a beautiful revealing. And with Mercury in retrograde in your sign, Taurus, this is definitely digging deep in that process of reviewing, revealing, revisiting, I'm hearing reinvigorating, reevaluating. But there's such a sense of reveal for you here. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate you. I appreciate your presence here on the channel. I hope this was helpful. If you would like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll be back soon. Thank you.